for this session. You're welcome back to Fantasy Star 3 Generations of Doom. And by the way, I forgot to tell you guys that there are alternate routes in this game. And it's all going to start with Chapter 1. When we get to the end of Chapter 1, there's going to be somewhat of a route split. And that depends on who you marry. It's almost like with Dragon Quest Hand of the Heavenly Bride. Who you choose changes up on, how your kid's gonna be. So, since we're back in the town of Wynn, let's go talk to this old man who says that cyborgs are considered good luck to him. Welcome aboard. There's someone holed up in the cave on the island. I hear he stole a gem. See the palace down there in the muck? Our oldest legend says the evil dark force is trapped there by the sword of Oracle. So here we are in the island cave. Now there are only 3 items here that you can get. Now what I did off camera was, I did the following. I gave, Muse, text a bit of, modifying. Which is the beautiful thing about this version of Phantasy Star, because you couldn't do that in any other Phantasy Star. Just 3 was the only one where you could modify techniques. Now what? You always gotta deal with the front row first and the back row. Pretty much no big difference than what we've dealt with before. And this being our first dungeon, well... Diamond. Surveydon. You're gonna gain a few levels in this place. That's for certain. Antidote. But I'm not gonna use the antidote just quite yet. Because most of these enemies will indeed try to poison you, so there's really no need to try and unpoison yourself until you leave the place. If that makes sense. I mean, in other RPGs, you got poison that will sap you of your strength each step you take. And then there's just poison that just, you know, does gradual damage. This poison just doesn't let you use your potions. Never have to worry about this though. It's like, oh hey. Yeah, for the most part, it's just gonna be auto battle. Until we get to stronger enemies, yeah. This is Lyle.
Hi, I'm Lyle. Yes, I do have the sapphire. I don't really need it, so you're welcome to it. I'd like to join you on your adventures, but I have other things to do now. See you around.
That's all we came for, just a sapphire. And it's true, he will be joining us at a later time. So now that we have the sapphire in our possession, it's time for us to get the hell up out of here. Very sound idea. So what I'll do is I'll meet you outside the cave, and we'll proceed from there. One moment. So now that we're done with the island cave and we have done what we need to do around here, it's time to move on. Because we have bigger fish to fry. Yeah, if you hear the heater going in the background, because it's still cold as all hell. So next on our list, we are going back to Landen. But we're actually going to go to a cave that we tried to get into, but we couldn't get access to up until now. Because since we have the sapphire, we can indeed proceed. So as you can see, I made Gyres much cheaper to use. But something more like for Auntie and all the rest. It kind of just takes the ease off, you know. Because if you're going to be poisoned, just like, okay, I might as well stay in there and be poisoned. Oh, by the way, they go by five Masada ahead, so therefore 2 people, 10 Masada. Now I did take a look at where we're supposed to go, and just in case, drop one down. There you go. It's kind of a rule for me to, like, say, if I don't want to grind for cash, I shouldn't have to grind for cash. Especially if they're going to be real cheap about it. Like, Tales games, I don't have to worry about that. Phantasy Star, when it came out early, yeah. I could say, you know what? No. I'm not going to do that to myself. Boom. As I could deal with cheap-ass experience. But not cheap-ass with the money. Come on now. It's just one. Yeah, we just surprised it. Another rappy. I mean, there'll be a lot of notices about this game because it will mention a few. It will mention like one because there's some mention about Lasik, or before 4 gave him the name Lashik. This is where we're supposed to go right here. Because where we're going to is to another part of the world. We couldn't do this earlier because we didn't have the item in question, which was the sapphire. Now this is where as I showed you in the last part, I cut all that timing down, just basically say, okay, you know what? To use it, to me, it's going to take a long time because I'm playing this blind. But for the most part, I'm using maps just to basically, in a sense, muscle memory. Dun, 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 dun. It's interesting because I was listening to Super Password not too long ago. Now, see, this is where that shrine is. Of course, you go in there and say, oh, no, you get out. You're not lying, get out. Like, damn, y'all are racist. The sapphire glows and you are inside. Nail and a borrowing. Oh, wait. A Lobo wing? Lobo wing, yeah, okay. There you go, Mew. Ah, shit. One moment. Yeah, that was my last save. Okay. Good to know that was my last save. Give me a moment. You notice the difference between the other dungeon that we went through and this dungeon? You listen very carefully. If you don't know by now, it's the background. Global Wing, yeah. Oh, really? There we go. And I did do a save state this time around. Just make sure, like, oh, hey. Save before we do it. Save before we go in here. These guys we don't have to worry about. Maybe I should put it up to 8. Ambush. There we go. Because if anything, I'd rather hit Reese over than Mew. He's got the HP to tank it. Whereas Mew doesn't. Well, she needs it. You're probably wondering why I'm doing that, just to make sure if a party wipe happens, because this game has a tendency to play the bullshit card. That's why I do not mind resetting just because of the RNG wants to play the BS card. I don't mind. Terrible dry res isn't like the one in 4, which is like stupidly stronger. So sometimes you gotta play gingerly here. Yeah, I know it's ballsy for me to go on without a lot of healing items. But at the rate we're going, you know. Damn it. Antidote. Plus, on top of that, hey, I can already reset. Like so. Like I said, I can play with the RNG. See? That's all I'm really doing right now, just playing with the RNG. Hey, I done it in Lagrange Point, I can do it here. So if you can't see it, it did save. So we made it out through the cave, and we are now on the other end of the world. But where will that lead us? Only one way to find out, and that's to stay tuned next time for more of Phantasy Star 3 Generations of Doom. Stay tuned for the next part. Thank you so much for watching.